Hello, everyone. This is Laurel with LP Now. I'm working with you guys every Friday now. So we're going to do the American English on Fridays at 11 a.m. So if you missed it today and you're watching the recording, please come next week. We would love to have a biggest group as possible because I want to give you guys speaking opportunities, discussion, and I'll teach you some English words every week according to the theme. So this week and this month, the theme is acts of kindness. So we're going to talk about what acts of kindness are. And I think it'll be a good discussion. Okay, here we are. Let me turn on. There's actually no voice on here. It's just pictures. So I know how to share sound now, but we don't need to. So as you can see, there's many acts of kindness that you can perform for someone that needs a little help with something. For example, my friend is moving to another place. So she needs boxes. She needs help packing the boxes, and that's my act of kindness for her. So that's one way to help somebody. What do you think of when you think of acts of kindness? Let's talk about these acts of kindness. If I say one that you want to comment on, put your hand up and we'll talk about that one. Okay, so I'm just going to go through this list, and obviously different cultures have different acts of kindness. So in America, be kind to your server. If you don't tip your servers in your country, you can if you want to, if that's acceptable. In America, it's kind of customary. Do you know what customary means? It means that you usually do it, right? Right, Abu?
Yes.
Okay. So if you have a good server, what do you do?
Uh, if you have a good server, you have to treat him well, to see him as a person, not a slave.
Right.
You are not, yes, you are not allowed to ask him whatever you want. And when you even call him sometime, you are in a very far place and you call him, ah,
Hi, Aisha.
hi, sorry, yes.
So yeah, so he's not your slave, he is your servant, or he is your server is a better word for it. And yes, you need to treat him like, or her like a person. And they are, if especially if they are busy and they have a hard time coming to your table right when you want it, you give them some, grace. You say, okay, I know you're busy. Can you get me a refill or something like that? If they do that, then you tip them well. You give them, it starts at 10%. So say the bill is $20. You give them a $2 tip. If you think they did a great job, then you can give them $3 or $4, which is a lot for that. So it depends on what you feel they deserve. Sometimes we talk about tipping in other ways, like if you wanted to give a donation to Living Peace Now, or if you wanted to give money to a charity, those are other ways to help people that need it. But here, we're talking about servers, women and men. So sometimes we call them waitresses or waiters, but server is the general name. And they are helping you eat and have a good experience and waiting on you. So that's why it's good to tip them whatever you think they deserve. Compliment drivers on how well they parked. Now, most of the time we think about a bad parking job and how they're taking up 2 spaces and we don't like them. But what if they did a really good job parking? Okay. See a car that's parked inside the lines, you can say, good job. I mean, that's something that I don't know if I've ever done. Has anybody ever done that? I don't think I have either. So let's go to the next one. Plant a tree. So when we plant a tree, obviously it's not a little tiny twig like that. That's very tiny. But if it has the seed in the bottom and it will grow, that's what we're looking for. It's underneath. We can't see it. But if the seed is under there and you plant a tree, in 10 years, it might take a while, or in 5 years or 2 years, you might see some growth. bushes grow faster, flowers grow faster, things like that that you plant, vegetables. But planting a tree helps us breathe oxygen better. So has anybody ever planted a tree? I don't know if I have either, truthfully. All right, let's go to the next one, which is, oh, this is easy. Anybody can do this because we're all on social media. So reply to a post you enjoy. We all get in the habit of breezing past content on social media, though it's actually worth the effort of making the internet a positive and constructive place. So who likes to reply to posts from their friends?
Uh, I sometimes do so when I saw a post of my friend. I reply to him by sending him a heart or nice words.
That's right. Does it make him feel good?
Yes, it
I'm
really
sure it does.
make him feel good. Yes.
Yes. So what if you don't know the person, but they put up a good post?
Yes, even when I don't know him, if the thing that she or he have shared is something good, I will make something positive into her or his post.
That's right. That's right. Awesome. Anyone else? I think the biggest thing is that we think of others online just like we do in person. So if somebody puts something online that you like, if it's your friend or not your friend, you just like the post, it's always good to give a heart or like or something like that. But even better if you can make a comment because Facebook likes that, everybody else likes that. I love to go to my Facebook page or my Facebook Laurel's Learning Lab group. And this is what I really, really want you guys to do. Okay, I'm going to give you an assignment, homework. So if you are not part of my Facebook group yet, Laurel's Learning Lab, so I can put the link in the chat if you don't know it. But it's facebook.com/groups / Laurel's Learning Lab. It's easy. Go on there, look at my posts and say something. Say, I like this. I didn't know this. This is what I like about this. You know, make a comment. It's an interaction. It just isn't me posting and you guys going, bleh, I didn't see that. I don't like that. You know, I mean, it has to be something that we have a conversation. This is not my only conversation all week. This is one time a week I do this. And then all week long, I'm in Laurel's Learning Lab on Facebook, talking to my students, talking to my members. I have over 500 members there, and I want it to be more active. So if you appreciate what I'm doing here and you want more during the week, then go to Facebook. Go to Laurel's Learning Lab and say something. Comment on my posts or put up your own posts. You're welcome to do that. Okay, so next. Need to move this over again. Okay, run errands in clusters. Okay. This is kind of just common sense. I don't think of it as an act of kindness, except maybe to yourself. So a cluster isn't a group. Okay. The next one is running errands in clusters. Instead of running errands as they come to mind, oh, I got to go pick up milk. Oh, I got to go check, you know, my bank account. Oh, I got to go, you know, to see somebody. If you do those all separate times, it waste time and gas maybe. And so if you think about it, okay, I'm going here, then I'll meet somebody in this area right after that, and then I'll go to the bank on the way home. You know, if you think about it, common sense, that kind of is kind to yourself. Okay. Let's have some other people read. I don't need to read all of these. Who wants to do set goals for yourself?
Ma'am, can I say something?
Sure.
Okay, first of all, I want to say that set goals for yourself is very important for everyone to set his or herself a very important target in his or her life. Because if we pretend ourselves to move forward, And if we go forward, and if we set a target, or if we set a goal, like one suppose it's one is thinking that he or she will become an engineer or a doctor or barrister or advocate or attorney or anything else. So in future he or she that should might have the goal or target from his childhood, because when a person from his childhood will have the intention or will have the desire from himself or herself, then I think that it is quite important for everyone to set up their goals and targets in order to achieve success in their future. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. That was quite a complete answer. So yes, whether you have them from childhood or whether you just develop them as you get older, it's really important to set goals for yourself. Anyone else want to talk about goals? Anyone else want to talk about goals? Is it important to have goals?
Yes, it is
Why?
important to, yes, it is important to have goals in our life because it really motivate us, and it can also help us to move forward and never give up in your life. If you see always the goal you've set, you will always work for it and make it happen, whatever happen during this stage.
Right, right.
Yes.
I mean, even if it's a daily goal, I want to walk for 10 minutes each day. That's a goal. That's a great goal. The bigger the goal, the more it's going to take, but it's maybe more rewarding. So if your goal is I want to get out of bed every morning, that's a start. But if you have a bigger goal, like these are the things that I want to do today to further my life, those are the best goals to have. So
Yes,
whether it, right?
I want to share a new goal that I have set, learning the
Wonderful.
German. Yes, learning German. I
German?
always, yes,
Wow. Sprechen
I
die
start,
Deutsch? That's the only
yes,
phrase I know.
I start learning that,
Ma'am,
and I
I
really
know
like
I
it.
know one German language. It's called Guten Morgen.
That's a phrase. Yes. Guten Morgen is the second phrase I know. Actually, I know Guten Tag as well. So
Yes.
Yeah.
yes. Abu, do you know what Guten Morgen means?
No, no, I didn't see this word yet, but the word
Kazi,
I
what
did
does it mean?
Guten Morgen means good morning.
Good. What do you think Guten Tag means?
Guten Talk or
study. I
It means I think it means thank you. I could be wrong, but I think Guten Tag means thank you. Good thanks, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, but
Abu,
ma'am, I think that English and German is quite similar to each other, and
some,
there is no, and there is no variation to each other. And I think that in the there is no difference to each other, but in English and in French, German, Spanish, they all are quite similar to each other.
okay, Kazi, you're getting to the right thing. But let me just say that French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Italian, and English, Italian, these four are similar, and German and English are similar. So
Yeah, yeah.
English is not a romantic language. German is not a romantic language like French, Italian, Spanish, and Portuguese, but it is similar in some ways. So obviously those four are more similar.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am. I agree with you. And German and English language is similar to each other.
right, right. Incorporate kindness into your curriculum. Obviously, this is for a teacher. I try to be kind whenever I teach because I know everyone is at a different level. Um, Join an online forum. So this is kind of like my Laurel's Learning Lab on Facebook. If you are on Facebook, it's a good place to come. It's kind of like a forum. A forum is a place where people speak. In Italy, they have forums. So like the big gathering place. So this is also online. Who wants to read about joining an online forum? Who wants to do that?
Join an online forum. It is topic
If
you
it's
genuinely enjoy, you are
genuinely,
genuinely, yeah,
okay,
you enjoy, you are placement about share
passionate,
your, yeah, okay, passionate, yeah, sorry, I didn't see it also, passionate about share your knowledge, start discussions, and answer question for others.
very good. Okay, so genuinely,
Yeah, genuinely, yeah,
passionate, you know,
yeah, passionate, yeah,
and answers,
and answers, yeah. Yes,
no
it's
W,
like this, yeah.
answers.
Okay,
Good job.
answer. Thanks,
Mm-hmm.
It's clear
Yeah, you're welcome.
now. Yeah.
Yes. So maybe what questions, you have, somebody else has the same questions. So if you ask, how do I say the word answer on the forum, somebody will answer you back. So just
Yeah.
idea like this.
Yeah. Answer.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So what does it mean to be passionate about something? Who wants to answer this?
Passionate.
Love something.
Yes, when you love something. Like who is,
Passionate.
what you're into. Maybe you like soccer, or maybe you like online games, or you like dancing, or you like any singing or any other thing. Then you want to share your enthusiasm, and people will love to hear from you. If you don't go on and on about it, but you just say what you want to say, and people will say, yes, I like this too. And then you can have a discussion about this. So very good. Well, let's try a couple more. This is an interesting one. Create bookmarks. Has anybody ever created a bookmark?
Ma'am, I tried. And
Yes, you have, Tasmia?
Yes, ma'am. I draw something there that is so colorful.
Nice. And then you put it in your books, or you give them to friends.
Some of them I give to my friends, and some of them I keep to myself to use for me.
Yes, I keep for myself. Okay. So anyone else? Sabri, you had something to say?
No, I haven't create bookmarks before, but I would like to try in the future, inshallah, if I get opportunity. Yes.
Exactly. It's easy to do. You don't need to have special paper. If you want to just take a piece of construction paper or cardboard, or even just printer paper, make a bookmark, cut it out, put it in your book. This is something good for you to have, or your friend.
Okay, good. I will try to do it, inshallah. Very nice.
That's right. All right, now this is for the girls. If you want to knit something for somebody, this is called knitting. Okay, there's no K, it's just an N, knitting. And this is a sweater, or gloves, or a hat, especially as we go towards the cold weather on this side of the equator. Then we will have need for these kinds of things. So I used to do crafty things for my friends. And so does anybody else like to do crafty things besides bookmarks? Maybe you're like to use yarn or thread or something else to make designs or paint. And you give those pictures to other people. Tasmia, tell me about it.
Ma'am, I didn't do knitting, but I did sewing, and that doesn't look at first, that doesn't look so much pretty, but after that, so after it goes some days, I become a proficient in that.
Okay, so sewing. Yes, that's the right way to say it. Sewing, even though it's spelled S-E-W, you say an O. Sewing.
Sewing.
Okay, good. Yes, sewing is a very important skill. If something is come loose or broken on a piece of clothing, you can sew it and fix it. That's a very big act of kindness. If there is something that you like to make, like my mother used to make me dresses on her sewing machine, take the material and put it through the sewing machine and then make me a dress to wear. In America, it's harder and harder to find things that are handmade because it's so easy to get things that are made by machine. But when you get something handmade from somebody, it's very special. All right, let's do one more. Let's see, let me go back. Oh, all right, here we go. See, this is what I'm doing. Oh, well, that's actually a welcoming neighbor. Be polite on the road. Donate. So if you have something that you don't need and you give it to a dog that does need it, that's wonderful. So, Sabri, why don't you read that for me? Can you see it?
Yeah, good Homer, but I didn't see. Okay, wait. Yeah, donate used to
Towels
towels or blankets to a shelter. Animal shelters are always in need of supplies. Help out by
clearing out storage boxes. Yeah, it's hard to hear you. Filled with old towels and blankets. So again, instead of creating this towel or blanket, you can find old ones you don't use. So very good. So again, the most important thing about,
and that's all, I think.
Yeah. Okay, Sabri. That's awesome. I know it was hard to hear you, so I will continue from here. So yes, this is the most important thing, is that you think of something small that somebody else needs, or if you see somebody in need, whether you know them or not, a random act of kindness is something you didn't plan. Act of kindness, maybe you plan it. Okay, I will help you move on Saturday, right? Any other comments before we go today? Okay, you're all in listening mode, and that's fine. Why don't we unmute ourselves and say goodbye before we end the class?
Excuse me.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
Yes, I heard this word. What is tit for tat?
What is what?
Tit for tat.
Can you put it in the chat so I can see the spelling?
No, I don't know how to write it.
Was it on one of the slides? One of the pages?
No, this word is not there. I heard it when I was listening to a video.
Why don't you text me and we can talk about it? So, because I'm not sure what you're saying. Oh, tit for tat? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, that means it sometimes has a negative connotation where if you do something to me, I will do it back to you. But if you want to repay kindness with kindness, that's even better. But tit for tat is like, I do something to you and then you do something to me. So whether it's negative or positive, I think most of the time we think of it as a negative. So, but good question. Okay, so everybody say goodbye. I will see you next week.